Hello, this is Evangelist Robert L. McKim Sr. coming to you again with some, well, I don't know what you would call it, because I'm calling it an attack on my finances, for one thing. And two, it's an attack on what I know to be true. What I know in my core. What I know not just in my brain, mentally, intelligently, but also in my core, in my heart of hearts, I know to be true. There are people out there that say, well, I'm just pig-headed, that I just don't want to, believe the way that they were taught. For I don't know how many years they were taught all these lies. But see, that's the problem. They were taught so many lies. Sorry, I'm kind of looking here at something on my computer here. Anyhow, long story short, it's like my belief, because I have studied, not just because Jim Bakker said it, but because somebody on his show had woke me up to studying for the truth, instead of believing what some preacher learned in some Bible college somewhere that had been taught for, well, several years now. Many years. And as soon as I can get the actual book here. I mentioned this one other time, excuse me. This little book up here. Let me get it here. There we go. I got this little booklet here from a ministry. And it's called Answering Bible Truths. See? Answering Bible Truths. And in it, where is that? Here again. Hang on a second. Where does it say that? Mainly it talks about the rapture and who first started teaching the rapture. Where was that? I gotta find it here real quick. Trying to. And it was somewhere in the middle here. Well, let me put this here for a minute, and give me a minute to find where that was again here. I don't have it marked. Yeah, okay, here it is. Yeah. It says, excuse me, let me get this camera back up here towards me a little bit better. It says right here in this little booklet that today's 2 days, in other words, not 2 days, not number 2 days, but today's, now, in our time, pre-tribulation rapture teaching was first publicized by John Nelson Darby in 1827 and was later put into the Schofield Reference Bible in 1909. Until that time, the notion of a rapture preceding the second coming of the Messiah was not church teaching. The rapture doctrine is an attempt to avoid the infallible trials prophesied to befall this planet. Man always wants to make the way broad and effortless. It is a fulfillment of the prophecy in Isaiah 30:10. Which states, which say the seers, see not, and to be prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things. Oh, there's Joel Osteen right there. Smooth. Never mind. You know. Hey, everything's good. Everything's fine. Nothing bad's gonna happen. See my pearly whites? He's a nut. And everybody that follows him is a nut. Where was I? Smooth things. Prophesying. Deceits. Okay, let me read that over again. Which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. Then it goes on here, saying some other things, but let me look up that in a little bit better version here. Isaiah 30:10. Okay, hang on a second here. Coming up. New King James. New King James says it this way. The New King James says it this way. Isaiah 30:10. Which say to the seers, see not, and the prophets, prophesy not unto right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. So that was the New King James, okay? Let's go here to the New Living Translation, which I also like and prefer the most. Isaiah 30:10, New Living Translation. They tell the seers, stop seeing visions. They tell the prophets, don't tell us the right thing. Oh yeah, okay, right there. Right there is basically what people have been telling me. Yeah, I do consider myself as a prophet because I have been trying to teach the truth. Teach you the truth about God's Word. The trouble is, you're telling me to stop teaching the right things. That I'm supposed to go back and believe all these lies and all this deceit that you have been preaching and teaching because someone taught you a bunch of lies and deceit. How many years now? 1827, 1927. That's 100 years right there. 2027 would be 200 years. So almost 200 years. That this lie of a pre-trib rapture is going to take place. Well, it's not. It's a lie. It's a deceit. And people want me and Jim Bakker and the other prophets to stop teaching you the truth. And here's the thing too. Some people are saying, well, I'm calling them names. Well, yeah, I have called people morons. Is that a name? Is that bad? Is that a bad name? Like a curse word? Moron? How about this? Hypocrites? You hypocrites? You double-minded people? Excuse me. You say one thing and you do something else. Jesus called the Pharisees and the Sadducees hypocrites. A hypocrite is an actor. In Greek, it is an actor. Somebody who does one thing and then in his public life and then acts in a scene or in a movie or TV show a different way. That's a hypocrite. Well, let me go on here. Let me read this again. They tell the seers, stop seeing visions. They tell the prophets, don't tell us what is right. Tell us nice things. Tell us lies. That's what the New Living Translation says. Now, I want to play something here real quick. Get my camera turned back around here. And focus in a little bit more here on it. And I want to play this real quick. Here's what Pat Robertson is saying about Bibles.
Sylvania, interesting name. She says, I have several Bibles in different versions, such as NIV, New King James, and others. My son was disturbed by the fact that I use these Bibles because he said they are corrupt. Some say the devil is trying to deceive and confuse us through the Word. I have since ordered an authorized King James Bible. My pastor does not preach out of the King James Bible either. What am I supposed to do?
All right, I tell you, your son has gotten hold of some ultra-fundamentalist who really doesn't know what he's talking about. Now, I love the phraseology of the King James. It is poetic, it is beautiful, and it's easy to remember. However, the King James was translated from a text called the Textus Receptus that was put together by a gentleman named Erasmus. And that was like, whatever, it was Erasmus, 1600, 1500, whatever. It's in that time frame. More and more, we're going back to the so-called codices, back as close as we can to the autographs, the originals, and something like the New International Version of the American Standard and others are much, much closer to the true Greek and the Hebrew. None of them have the beauty of the King James, but the stuff in the King James that isn't accurate. I'm sorry. And they say, well, it's good enough for the Apostle Paul, it's good enough for me. Well, he didn't write the King James. Yeah. So your son is into something that he doesn't know what he's talking about. What's next?
Okay. Let me stop that there now, because right there, the New International whoa, let me get this back down to normal. There we go. I didn't think you wanted to see my eyeballs. Then again, who knows? Because you don't want to hear my mouth. Because a lot of people says, you don't know how to read. You don't know how to read. I do know how to read. What is the problem is that I have nerve damage right here. In my lip area. And in my gums. Because I had some dental work. Impacted teeth removed. And when they removed a tooth over in here, it severed a nerve. So now when I talk, I kind of talk with a little bit of a lisp on this side. So long story short, I know what I'm talking about. Now, let's go to show you something. The attacks that I've been talking about. Oh yeah, real quick. Yeah. Let me talk to you about this here. I bought a computer program when I was in college for my mental health training. A degree. And so I can better help people in need. I bought a program called Office Ultimate 2007. You know, it's an ultimate program. Office program for your computer. Reduced rate for college students. And, since then they want people to upgrade. Well, I think people need to upgrade their hearts and their minds to the truth of really what's going on. So long story short, I called Microsoft and I had a link sent to me so I can re-download, because I had a disk, but the disk cracked on me and will no longer work in my computer. So this guy here, he sent me the link so I can re-download. Then I couldn't go to that link no more, so I called them back and they sent me this. It's a web page that you have to go to. When you click on that, it takes you to a web page where you got to put in all this information. The product key, language, and verify those, codes. But then when you click submit, it takes you to another page where gotta put in an email address. So I put in my email address. Whoops, guess what? It wouldn't work. I called them back, they said, well, you gotta put in the email address that you originally used to download the program. I was like, excuse me, I was in college. I used my college email to get the program. Well, you gotta know your college email. The other guy was nice and sent me a different way, a different link. Now Microsoft, well, listen, I gotta go before this hits 20 minutes. So I'm gonna sign off here for right now, then I'll be back with some more. God bless you.